Tom Shanahan is a managing partner for the law firm specializing in litigation of civil rights and employment matters. He also litigated major public policy cases against states regarding public disclosure of financial operations for public authorities and compliance with health, safety, and welfare statute. I mean, he did everything. He handled all aspects of litigation from client intake. He's awesome, by the way. Through post-trial motions practice, numerous good government and community groups, as well as elected officials, recognizing the firm for outstanding pro bono work and public service, and it's all true. The firm has substantial number of reported cases which establish new law in regards to civil rights, increased transparency by public bodies, and he had news coverage from Larry King, The O'Reilly Factor, Primetime Live, NBC News, 2020, Dateline, Good Morning America, The Today Show, CNN, Fox News Channel, and Court TV. And just an awesome guy. And a really, just a good attorney. A very kind, sweet soul attorney. Hey everybody, welcome to SC Young and Friends. We have this. I know, so good to see you. Oh my God. By the way, this is Tom, the best attorney ever, the LGBTQ attorney, great civil rights, human rights. Just not only that, he's just a good person.
God,
And
I'm
of
going to
course,
come on every
his
day.
mother that raised him so well. And he loves his mom. And we can call him a mama's boy.
I am a mom. Esther, I love you and I thank you. You help so many people. You don't take a lot of the credit, but you've made a lot of lives better with super happy, healthy kids and all the advocacy you do for victims of domestic violence, for people in the addiction recovery community and politics. We need some fresh voices, as we learned from the Supreme Court yesterday. Like, what is happening to our country?
What is happening? They all need to be waking up.
I mean, it's just, my mom's an immigrant. She came to this country.
I
I'm a child
know.
of an immigrant. I think we really need to be welcoming and we need to really move this country together, not further apart. So anyway, Esther, we love you.
Oh my God. I'm crazy about you guys. I mean, you are like, you love your mom, you take care of your mom, you're there for your nieces and nephew. I think it's crazy. I mean, I think it's really great, But and you have been clean and sober too. You have a book. Tell us about the book.
Yeah, I've got it right here. The book is Spiritual Adrenaline, and it's available on Amazon and it's available at Barnes and Nobles. I think the book is more important today than it's ever been. We are living, Esther, you know this. We are living in a very toxic time.
Insane.
People on the political level. We've got toxic air coming down from Canada. Social media, like you use your platform to try and make people's lives better. Mm-hmm. I wish every influencer out there that had a platform focused on making things better and bringing people together, not dividing them. So Spiritual Adrenaline, basically, I'll be really quick, is a lifestyle that can be used by people in addiction recovery, but anybody just looking to detoxify their life. The book combines the 12 steps of recovery, everyone's familiar with that, with the eightfold path of Buddhism. And it integrates the psychological well-being with the physical well-being. And it really, I think now more than ever, the teachings about self-care, about instead of attacking somebody maybe who attacks you, to take the breath and to pause and think about how you're going to react to that. Is it going to make the world a better place? Or is it going to just exacerbate, the fighting and the nonsense? I think these kinds of messages are more important than ever. And then one last thing I want to say, social media is an addiction, right?
Right.
And chaos and negativity are addictive. This is why, after they watch this interview, turn off your phone, turn off social media, go out in nature, listen to the birds in the morning. Why are they so happy? They sing every morning. So anyway, the book is Spiritual Adrenaline. It's at Barnes & Noble on Amazon, but it can help detoxify your life in ways
And
that,
you just give people the option, like people say, well, I don't know what to do. Well, they can do that. Or instead of self-medicating, or call your mom, like what you're doing now. When you said, oh, can my mom come to the interview? I said, are you kidding me? I'll be
well,
so honored.
so
It's so
she's
good.
93, Esther. So let
Oh
me
my
ask,
gosh.
can I do help you with a little with the interview? Mom, and as a 93-year-old, what,
93.
and a healthy one who struggles with some issues, what are you most grateful for? What's your message to someone who's out there watching this, who's maybe
Yep.
in their 50s or 60s, that's depressed? Like, what's your message to them?
My message is I'm blessed with a lovely family, especially my son.
Oh,
But
told you
the
mama's
young people,
boy.
someone out there struggling, like
I
you are
know.
93, you have 93 years of knowledge. What is your message to them? What should they do to help stay positive?
They should have hope, and this is the best country to succeed if you work hard. You can't be lazy.
It is the best country. I mean, we complain about what's going on with the Supreme Court,
That's
but at the end
too
of the
much
day,
complaining. No good.
Esther, we were watching a show. My mom has osteoarthritis and she
Mhm.
has some other health problems. So we were watching a show about Ukraine, and a woman who's not that about my mom's age, a little bit younger, was out collecting wood because she has no heat, so that she could
Wow.
heat her apartment, and
Right.
also trying to find food to eat.
Oh
And
my
she
God.
was in her own apartment making this fire, and we were sitting there saying, on our worst day,
Yeah.
we live better than 99% of the planet. So the question becomes, why can't we live in a more civil environment where you can disagree with somebody but really respect them? Because that's actually why my mom came to this country, right? Democracy.
Right.
You don't vilify, you don't put in jail people you don't agree with. You listen to them and you try and be respectful. But we have our issues, but at least like we live better than most folks on the
Definitely.
planet. And I think that that's really the simple thing. Back in 2010, I had a cousin who was like a brother who was paralyzed from the neck down skiing, and I took a year and a half off and I was up there with him. I never realized how lucky I am to get out of bed in the morning, on
Yep.
my own, to be able to feed myself and
To
to
be able
get
to
dressed. And
see.
now I see that with my mom because she's having issues with osteoarthritis, and she still gets out of bed every morning. She still does
She
the best
took
she
my
can do.
yoga class. Remember that?
I do, yes.
Yoga class. I
And
mean, I have teenagers that don't take my. She took 93. She took my yoga class
she
during the
was
pandemic.
at chair yoga. If you come up to Albany, she was at chair yoga yesterday. And so all these miracles about like that she's able to at 93 live independently and to get out of bed and dress herself and feed herself.
Yeah,
These are all things I talk about in the book. That's really what people should be
inspiring.
focused on and be grateful about, because she's grateful for these things.
Yeah,
Because all those things, like in my brother's case, can be taken away from you overnight in a nanosecond. And so if you focus on how lucky you are,
Yes.
and not like kind of
blah blah
envying
blah.
other people, or why do they look that good, or why do they have more than me, and just about like, again, get out in nature and just take a deep breath and think about, wow, I'm alive, I'm in the greatest country in the world, I have all the
And
food
I'm
I want,
free.
I'm
And I'm
free. I mean, like, our lives are great.
Yeah,
We are. I think that's why I like you, and that's why I support your work, because you're working with young
I
people.
love
You
you
work
for
with
it.
no, but you work with so many people, and like the things that you do at Super Healthy Happy Kids, these children need positive role
definitely.
models and
Definitely.
people who get them out, not an unhealthy
Right.
lifestyle, but a healthy
The
lifestyle.
best thing, though, Tom, I think the reason why people are the way it is sometimes is because, I mean, seriously, it's about not self-medicating, being clean and sober. Like I'm happy being clean and sober. I know you're happy being clean and sober.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
think, I mean, life is already difficult. Why add more stuff to it?
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's really hard to be clean and sober. When I say clean and sober,
Yep.
and I write about this in Spiritual Adrenaline, the foods that we're eating are
Right.
being modified to give us the maximum sugar rush. Like
Yep.
ketchup these days, if you buy regular ketchup, it's not really ketchup, it's sugar
Yep.
water to the maximum degree. And so that's why a little bit of knowledge, like when you talk about what's healthy eating, what kids should really focus on in the context of whole foods and vegetables. Because here's the thing, people don't really realize like the amount of caffeine that Starbucks is pumping into many of its coffees. So everywhere you go today, everywhere, and this includes social media. It includes. I was watching CNN this morning, and what's horrific is they have to compete with Fox News and all the rest. It's all about the shock value, right? It's all about the negativity because that's what gets people's attention. So whether it's a food you're eating or it's what you're watching on TV, all of these things are going into you, whether it be your brain or whether it be your mouth. And it has an impact on how you perceive your world and how you react to your world. And so I think, again, the teachings of Buddhism are all about self care and about being mindful and staying in gratitude. The teachings of Buddha from 2,500 years ago, it's amazing. I've been to his birthplace, I've been to Bodh Gaya, where he attained enlightenment, are even more important today because with social media and multitasking and getting bombarded by electronic devices and modified foods, it's more critical than ever that people be aware of what's happening and take responsibility for their own well-being in this really toxic environment. And if they watch Esther Yang and Friends, they'll be so much better off. Subscribe to her channel.
Thank you
Watch
so
it.
much. Thank you to both of you for being here. I love you guys.
It's
You
worth
know,
it.
and get the book Spiritual Adrenaline. You can get it at Amazon and Barnes and
Barnes
Noble.
and Noble. Yep.
And if you a pathway. I love you guys.
We
Bye.
love you. Thank you for having us. And Niall, you're the best producer ever. We love
Mwah.
you. Have a great day. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.